You know what? You can when you need a good man, you can never find one. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. These men just be MIA. So this doggone Cushaw had a female bloom. Try to see if I can find this. This is where it was. Wasn't no males. I tried to get a day old male and put in there, but the pollen was too doggone old. I knew it probably wasn't gonna take. So I did that. About 3 days later, y'all. 2 or 3 days later. Come over here. A female open up. Wasn't no males. So I took a male that was still closed up, but he looked like he was going to open the very next day. And I tried to put it in there. Now, I don't think that's going to take, y'all, because it ain't swelling the way it should. That bloom was already ready to come up. I don't think that's going to take. And plus, I'm going to tell you, this, the next vine, see another one coming? That one probably didn't take. So then, 2 or 3 days later, show y'all another one. Female had opened up. I took a day old male and put down in there. Now it looked to be swelling a little bit. These ain't from today. It looked to be swelling. Maybe that'll take, I don't know. But lo and behold, I had 2 males a day. I told her the flowers off and rubbed them around in there. And I'm just gonna lay this down in here cause bees and them little ants and different pollinators still be coming in there. But that one ought to take, y'all. So that's what I do, and that's what these leaves was from. I tore them leaves off the male. But boy, I tell you, it take 3 or 4 women to come along for some males be ready to do their thing. You know, it's too much. These Cushaws, y'all, they want to make. I feel like if I had enough space and enough plants, I really could get a lot of Cushaws. Because these seeds, I kid you not, every other node. Let me see where this female is coming out right here. 1, 2, the third node is another female. That's every other. It'd be a female on there. It's crazy. And y'all asked me about the pumpkin leaves. How was it? Ooh, they was good. I didn't show y'all, but I'm gonna show y'all. I didn't show y'all me cooking the pumpkin leaves. But I am going to show y'all. I'm going to come through since I got all these Cushaw leaves, all these okra leaves, all the sweet potato over there, all those collards, and this sprouting broccoli, y'all. And I done figured out the sesame leaves. You can eat them suckers. I done figured that out. It's going to be on because I'm going to make me some gumbo zerb. And I'm going to show y'all how I make that. And if you don't know what gumbo zerb is, then you know. Look it up, but pretty much it's a gumbo, but it's very, very heavy on the greens. It's got meat in it. You can make it without meat if you so choose. But mine will have meat in it, probably sausage and chicken or sausage and shrimp. I ain't made up my mind yet what I'm gonna put in there, but you can put whatever you want. And the season with, I'm probably gonna use some smoked turkey. Because these ham hocks nowadays, it ain't what it do. Traditionally, you would use ham hock or some kind of ham or something. Oh, but I may get some tasso. I could get some tasso and put down in there. I ain't thought about that. I may put some tasso down in there to season with. But anyway, y'all, the pumpkin leaves, they almost had notes of almost pumpkin in them. But not the sweetness of it, that kind of vegetal taste that pumpkin has, raw pumpkin. It kind of had those notes to it. And then, you know, other than that, it pretty much tastes like a leaf. But yeah, if you're growing some kind of squash or something, don't let your stuff go to waste. Get all your harvest. Don't people just be harvesting the fruits and to get all your harvest. Don't leave the stuff out here. Okra leaves don't taste like nothing to me. But they're good for you. Like I tell people all the time, the leaves are actually probably the most nutritious part. Just like broccoli, they bred broccoli to do that, but the most nutritious part is in the leaves because the leaves they perform photosynthesis. So, and I'm not gonna bore y'all with the science of that, but the amount of different molecules, which then in turn turn into minerals and whatnot, to take sunlight and take the energy from sunlight and turn it into energy to grow plants, there's a lot of nutrients that's required to do that. It's a lot of molecular activity. So it's a lot of very living life in that to do that. So that's why in these plants that we can and do eat the leaves, please do eat your leaves. Like I said, don't, when it comes to broccoli, don't leave your leaves out there. Please tell me y'all not composting those. I mean, you can compost them, but ain't nobody got time. They cook like collards. Just go on and cook those down. No, I don't. But I'm trying to think. What else? What else I got going on? Child, I got some wild watermelons growing way over there. Child, I don't know if the birds or whatever, and they have nerve enough to have some melons on them. I can't believe that they have melons on them. It's crazy. Y'all look at these peppers. I see why. Look at this. Y'all see them? And they're steadily making too and steadily flowering, even though the tomatoes is trying to shade them out. Look at this. See what I'm talking about, child? Grow you some of these mini San Marzanos. I know this is my second year growing them, and I keep raving about them. But I don't think y'all are hearing me when I say this. Once you get these things to making, you're not going to get them more productive. I mean, there are some very productive tomatoes. But once you get these suckers to making, you're not going to get tomatoes that's like this here. Look at this. You see what I'm just grabbing? Just different clusters. And I'm telling you, almost every tomato takes. And these will fatten up. But that's about the length that they get. I'm trying to show y'all more. Where it's done kind of fattened up. Okay, here's one it's ripening. So they get about that fatness, but they actually get longer than usually. But you get different sizes as within a tomato. And if you haven't had these were a grocery store experiment. These as well were a grocery store experiment. If y'all see those long sweet reds in the store, if you get you some and get you some seeds out of it. Taste it. If you like the taste of the pepper, get you some seeds out of it and grow them. That was a grocery store experiment that was successful. So was this one. Let me tell y'all something. When you grow this stuff out of the store, grow it with an open mind, but don't expect anything, because you don't know what you're gonna get. And by you not knowing what you're gonna get, if you just don't expect anything, you'll be pleasantly surprised. Or you'll just say, well, that didn't work out. And you don't have to do like I did and grow a million of them. Grow you one plant. Plant you one seed. When you get your one plant, or plant several seeds, but once you get your one plant, see how it turned out. And I'm sitting up here eating this tomato. But this is what I was trying to show you. That's more the size you get. And you're talking about some of the sweetest, and you can make sauce out of these. You can put them in salads. You can just eat them straight out of hand. You can put them on sandwiches. You see what I'm saying? So much you can do with them. You can dry them, make sun-dried tomatoes, because they're a San Marzano, but they're little, but they taste so good. They're so sweet when they're fully ripened, but they don't have a lot of acidity, but they have a little bit of acidity. But like I said, just the idea, I'm going to show you again. When it sets fruit, when you have these blooms, just about all of them going to set. So just get ready, because they're going to set. You're not going to have a bunch of places where a bunch of blooms that ain't going to set. So while we talking about prolific plants, let me show y'all. I swear to God, I think the Scotch bonnet is the most prolific pepper I've ever grown in my life. These are some small plants. Small plants. Turn it where y'all can see. And you just see all the peppers dripping off these. Look at can y'all see up in there all the peppers? And these are not big. These plants here are not big. They're only 2 feet tall. They're not big. If y'all look at Humble Servant Homestead, they got some of the biggest Scotch bonnets I've ever seen outside of Jamaica. I've seen some big ones in Jamaica too. Just look at, And then don't just see the peppers, see where all the bloom and where stuff has set. Just look at how, as I peel back and the more I change angle, you can see all the, like I said, take note of the blooms and the peppers. Now these, I still don't know what the world these are. These are pretty prolific too. They have quite a few peppers. You can see all the peppers all up in here too. But back to these Scotch bonnets. Look at this assassin bug. Who you trying to assassinate? Me? Child, please. You'll get crushed. He got his feet all in there. But anyway, if you look back in here, but that's not where I want to show y'all. I mean, look at this one. Can you see all the blooms and then just the peppers, peppers, peppers? The more I drop down, the more you see peppers. But watch this. Look at this. Like Backyard Farmer Pat said, it's just laden. Just laden with peppers. That, it don't make sense. Look at this little bitty. Look at this little bitty plant here. This plant is very, very little. This is not a big plant. And you can just see how many flowers and how many peppers. Y'all, I'm telling you, these Scotch bonnets ain't no joke. Look here. This a small plant. That ain't no big plant. Small plant. This one is not a big one either. Everywhere I have these Scotch bonnets, I have at least 6 of them. I have at least 6 plants in one thing. At least 6. In some places I have 8. There's only a couple of places where I just have a couple. Like I have one right here. I harvested 3 peppers off it already. I don't know if it's gonna make no more peppers or not. I don't know. And I have like 2 here. But everywhere else I have at least 3, 4, 5, 8, like at least 7 or 8. I think I have 2 or 3 in there. Because those were like an afterthought. I was trying to split them up. And I have a real bad problem with not wanting to kill stuff. So I just divided them. I have a couple in the back. They're not doing too good, the ones in the back, but that's because I'm neglecting them. I'm not really watering them the way I should. I'm watering them the way I should be now. But I think it's too late. I don't think they're going to make... And don't think that they won't make good-sized peppers. They make really good-sized peppers. Even, you know, in the shade. It's crazy. And let me say this about Scotch bonnets. I'm going to hide over here in the shade and try to talk to y'all. If you think a Scotch bonnet is so hot that you can't eat it, well, let me show you these because I didn't show you this branch. And I've harvested off this branch 3 or 4 or 5 times. I've harvested off this one 3, 4, 5 times. And y'all can just see. I mean, and then it's a branch I found over here. It don't even make sense. I haven't harvested off of it any, and I found a whole bunch. But if you think Scotch bonnets are so hot that you can't handle them, y'all, this is what I do, because I can't handle a whole lot of heat. Cut them. Don't cut them. Wash them. Put them in your stuff whole and cook it, and you'll get the flavor and a little bit of the spice, but you won't get all of the spice. And when you go to scoop it out, now don't be stupid. Don't pierce it. Get your spoon or something and dip it up out of there, because if you pierce it, all that hotness is going to go in your food. And sometimes the stuff be so hot it mess your food up, to me, because I can't eat it. But if you can take that heat, that's different. You cut your stuff wide open and put it in there. But I put my stuff in that hole, like if I'm making chili or soup or anything. Yeah, I put it in that hole, and I go back in there and get it out. And it'll give that flavor, but it won't be so hot that I can't eat it. Like I said, I thought these things were shishitos, child. I was a lie. They kind of shaped like a jalapeno a little bit, but like a small jalapeno. But they're prolific. But I want to show y'all this here. These Brazilian Fantasy. This is another pepper. I've never seen a pepper like this. Y'all see all them, just a sheer number of peppers down in here. Now they get full flavor once they start turning. Here's one that's turning down here. But you talking about good. These are not a hot pepper. They're a sweet pepper. So, but they have a very, very mild spiciness to them. If you eat them raw, if you put them in a salad or something, they have a very, very, I mean, I don't even call it a hotness. It's just a very, 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 very mild kind of spiciness to them. But if you If you cook with them, ooh, it'll give your stuff pepper flavor, but not the heat. And that's what I like about it. So if you want something that you don't want any heat in, but you want good pepper flavor, grow you some of these Brazilian fantasies. They get the best flavor once they all the way turned. But there's so many of them on there, I may cut them off and chop them up. And you can cook them with the seed and all. Really, the spice don't really kick in till you get up by the seed. These fish peppers, I kind of want them. They looking good too. I kind of want them to make some more peppers for me though. I may take a lot of those peppers off. Look at all those purple peppers. I may take a lot of those peppers off so it can give me a second crop of peppers. These Crayola sellers too, but they're kind of being shaded, so they're not really showing out the way they usually do. But it's a beautiful big plant though. But I just kind of wanted to show y'all that all the production in the garden. I can't believe it. And I'm gonna show y'all these Scotch bonnets. I'm gonna let y'all go. These over here, they liable to go to making peppers. They were shaded out the whole season by tomatoes. Look, I said they liable to go to making peppers. They making peppers. See what I'm saying? These Scotch bonnets don't play, y'all. Literally, I'm not joking. They do not play. They just want to make peppers. I'm seeing a tomato down in there. Look at that. I'm still not pleased with these. I'm not saving no seeds from these. These ain't getting no seeds saved. They set all them blooms and barely sit in the fruit and then take it for the fruit to get ripe. I ain't got time. I ain't got time to be fooled with that. It's 4-5 Scotch bonnets right in here. And they're kind of being shaded out, but you see they still have a will to live because they just keep it on. I may straighten them up and let them make some peppers where I can get as much as I can before the season is over. But I just wanted to show y'all what I had going on today and talk to y'all about that and just show y'all that happens sometimes. A lot of these stuff don't get pollinated sometimes. Depending on how many plants you got, may not have enough males to females. So yeah, till next time. See you guys later.